Hey folks, this is Kelani, back with Guild Wars 2 and Fractals of the Mist's Dungeon Guides. This time we'll be looking at the Oceanic Fractal. The special thing about this fractal is that you won't get it in a random assortment of the three that you do when you're levelling up through the fractals. You'll get it at the end of certain fractal levels. The first one you'll get is at the end of level 2, so for level 2 you'll do your 3 fractals, and then you'll get the Oceanic Fractal as sort of a bonus stage. So you can see in this first part there are mobs called Jade Shards and Irukanji, which are quite similar to Reef Stalkers and such. You can either stop and kill these, they have a variety of confusion abilities, quite frustrating to be honest, or you can do what I've done and run straight through. The first part involves quite a bit of jumping, so be prepared for that. You can stop and kill them as you go. Obviously you get more loot that way, and it is safer in that no one will get left behind. It just depends on what you want and what the group wants.
I retract my statement. Unstable event right in front of you.
So the main part of this fractal is to do with the Jade Maw, and this is the one and only boss in this fractal. The first thing you need to do is clear the area. You want to take out the Irukanji and the 2 tentacles there. Note that the Irukanji will continue to spawn until the 2 tentacles are down. You'll need to range down the tentacles as they have a huge AoE knockback and huge damage. It's a real pain to deal with sometimes. When you have new tentacles spawn, you'll also need to nuke 1 or 2 down as fast as possible so you have enough room to move about and don't get constantly knocked back. If you get constantly knocked back, you can't pick up a crystal, you can't defend yourself, and you cannot damage the boss. So when you've cleared the area out, a new set of tentacles will spawn, and you'll have a few scattered reflecting crystals spawn. These are incredibly important in the encounter as it's the only way to damage the boss. You'll notice that random party members, or even pets, which can be a bit frustrating, will get marked with a skull above their head. This target will then get nuked by the Jade Maw. What you want to happen is for this target to pick up a reflecting crystal, the crystal then gets charged, and then you throw it back at the Jade Maw. This is the only way to damage the Jade Maw, so this is how you're going to complete the event. If you can't get to a reflecting crystal, or there simply aren't any close enough, you can evade it with any evading abilities. Ideally you don't want people to be picking up the reflecting crystals if they're not being targeted. This means that someone won't necessarily be able to get that crystal and they'll be wasting a charge, which means that they'll be wasting time and potentially get that player killed. A lot of this fractal can be standing around waiting for a target if you have surplus crystals, but that's not too bad. Remember that you do actually need to target the Jade Maw to inflict the damage. If you target a tentacle and then throw the crystal, you'll be wasting a crystal. When you've killed all the veteran Jade Colossus, you'll have another phase transition where another set of tentacles will spawn. We're going to nuke a few down as soon as possible so you have space to move. It's simply rinse and repeat with the reflecting crystals until the Jade Maw targets everyone. Now, at least one of you needs to have a reflecting crystal so you don't wipe. Apart from that, everyone else can die, as long as one person survives to res the others. Well, that's it for this fractal. You'll have to visit this a few times while levelling through the Fractals of the Mists, but it's not too bad if you have a group who knows what they're doing. Just point them my way. Thanks for watching folks, and I'll see you next time.